Pickleball and hockey fans, this one's for you. We're giving away 5 top-level pickleball paddles and accessories along with 5 hockey wraparounds this week. Grab the secret code and enter it at hockeywraparound.com. We will announce the winners next week. Welcome back to the Wraparound Roundtable. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Wraparound Roundtable. You know how this goes. Innovative hockey people and products and giveaways in about 10 minutes. We used to say 5, but none of the interviews were 5, so we're doing 10. Head over to hockeywraparound.com right now to enter in when you hear that passcode sometime within the episode. You can fast forward. There's a clock at the top of the episode if you don't want to listen to this. But today's hockey friend is Brandon Contratto. He's one of the owners of 20x44 Pickleball. That's 20x44 .net is the website for that. Brandon is a pro pickleball player and a semi-pro hockey player. And in addition to competing, he dedicates a lot of time to coaching and running camps in Michigan, one of our favorite states, which helps the, others develop their pickleball skills, hockey skills too, in that matter. Right, Brandon? Welcome, and thanks for joining us on the roundtable today.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I think we all do a little bit of everything in this business, buddy. But I love having you on because there's obviously the hockey connection, and pickleball is a vastly growing sport. You'd have to be under a rock to not see that. So let's start with the obvious question. Why did you create 20x44 Pickleball, and what is your goal with it?
So I got into pickleball a couple years back, a little before the massive boom that went on. But, you know, kind of a part of that. I still include myself into that growth. But I still skate, still play hockey, was coaching hockey at the time, but got heavily into pickleball, tournament fever right away, started playing pro singles tournaments, jumped into doubles and tried to learn the game the right way. That way we still all try to learn the game the right way every day. But yeah, started 20x44 Pickleball as a way to help, number one, support the community, meaning provide instruction, clinics, accessories, paddles, kind of the whole gamut of what you need to pick up a sport at an affordable price and with the community in mind, meaning kind of offering opportunities, solutions on the court, off the court that everybody might be, you know, kind of looking for. And I loved coaching hockey, and I equally love coaching pickleball now as well. And if anything, just stretch myself as thin as I can. So
yeah, well, look, your passion for both sports is really infectious. And in the pickleball world, it's tough not to love what you're doing. But speaking of the pickleball world, it's a quick growing environment, but this show is all about independent small businesses, and that's what you are. So tell us a little bit about the people involved in your team and how important that is to the business succeeding, because that's really what this show is meant to support.
Yeah, so I mean, the team as a whole has a strong hockey background. That's what just brought us together, all in all, which is great. It's kind of built a business relationship out of a somewhat existing hockey relationship and some new hockey relationships, and everybody's community oriented, meaning, you know, we're trying to provide something that is pretty affordable for everybody while being a top of the line product. So it's helped us kind of grow and come together to offer, I'll call it nationwide solutions, meaning we try to support local clubs, you know, whether it be custom paddles, demo paddles, things for the community there, a lot of charity events, outreach events. Just did a Hearts and Paddles event up in Saginaw, Michigan, giving back to the foundation there, creating a custom paddle for them that they could sell, as well as supporting the event. Even jumped in and played in the event, even while I'm going through some medical stuff and shouldn't really be on the court. That couldn't really keep me off the court. So yeah, just, you know, trying to be a part of it that way. And that's what the team is about. Everybody in the team has that same vision. They brought that vision into hockey in different scopes in different ways, whether that's been products, coaching, you name it. So we brought that vision from hockey now into pickleball.
No, I love it. And look, no injury keeps you off a podcast. So we appreciate you taking one for the team on that. You're putting the work in here. Okay. Later in this episode, we're definitely going to talk about the hockey and pickleball connection and some other stuff. But for the people listening who just want us to get to the giveaway, let's get to the giveaway. Again, we're going to be giving away 5 winners on this one. 5 of the top paddles that 20x44 sells, 5 20x44 pickle balls, like the actual ball. And then we're throwing in a wraparound with each one of those. So 5 wraparounds will be given away, thus completing the hockey pickleball connection of this. But as we like to do, Brandon, you get to pick the giveaway word. That clock is almost at 0 above us right there. The word will appear when you say it. What is the discount? Or what is the giveaway word? Not a discount. The giveaway word today.
Code word, all one word. Let's rally.
Let's rally. Let's rally. LETSRALLY. Don't spell it with an E. Don't put an extra E in there.
No E.
It's just let's rally. It's above my head. If you're watching this, if you're listening to it, LETSRALLY over at hockeywraparound.com right now. Enter in to be one of the 5 winners of a really nice pickleball paddle. These are not the $20 crappy ones you get down at a local store. These are very top tier paddles. You get a ball with it. You get a hockey wraparound with it. You're a winner. Obviously, check out the website for the pickleball information. That's 20x44.net. So if you want to see the specs on this thing, if you really want to dive deep. But let's get back to the episode because I like interviewing you, buddy. That's my how did hockey transition you into pickleball? And you can approach this from a lot of different ways, mentally, physically, just passion. I mean, so how did you go from that one world to the other world? And how close do they work together now?
They work closer than most people realize, right? So pickleball, everyone goes, oh, tennis. Did you play tennis? Oh, maybe did you play racquetball? Did you play, whatever it might be, table tennis, ping pong, whatever, racket sports. So I did a little bit of that. I think we all do for fun, whatever. But from a physical standpoint, there's a lot of carryover. I grew up playing baseball as I won't say a secondary sport to baseball or to hockey. They were kind of hand in hand to start. And then it was done more as an off season for hockey. A lot of lateral movement, a lot of hand-eye coordination. Pickleball is the same way. I encourage a lot of kids that are playing hockey now that I know in the community that I coached, even high school hockey, pick up a paddle and go do it. The lateral footwork, all that carries over, right? So I immediately noticed singles pickleball. I loved it, fell in love with that right away because it's self-motivation, right? You have to be disciplined, the mental side of preparing yourself before each game, each shift, and mentally resetting each period, right? The way you do that, the way you try to mentally bring your best for your team. Well, you're doing the same thing in between each game in pickleball, right? Like pickleball, games, most tournaments are 2 out of 3 games to 11, win by 2. So you're playing multiple games. You have to have that same mental strategy, things like that. So I'd say physical and mental. There's a ton of carryover for a sport that's used to being a team sport into a doubles/singles side of things. I will say, though, I do love the team side of pickleball. There's minor league and major league pickleball. The team side of me in that hockey background still does, I'd say, prefer that in a lot of cases. So I'll never really lose that team aspect either.
No, I love it. And look, I'm a little spoiled here because when I started playing pickleball, I used one of your paddles the very first time I played. And now I know what a good paddle feels like. It's actually very obvious when it's not good now. But just to prove your point, man, some of the skill sets transition pretty immediately. Pickleball's heralded as a game that, hey, everyone can play. And that's very true. But when you play hockey, you dive right into it. It does not take long to figure out the rules and kind of the scoring. Although I think a lot of people are intimidated the first time they play. What does that mean? It's not that
Don't
hard.
Get caught up.
Yeah.
Don't
really
get caught up.
It's not. And then the other aspects of it too, a little bit in the golf sense, it's not about hitting that ball as hard as you can. There's a lot of strategy that goes into this about the way you said it, the way you move, the way you play, the way you think. It's a really enjoyable game. And again, I know a lot of hockey people that play pickleball. If you have not had a chance yet, or you're one of those people scoffing like he alluded to earlier, definitely give it a chance. It is a fun game, especially if you win one of these paddles this week. Brandon, just to close it out, you've been all over the world with pickleball. You've been to Australia. You've traveled well. In hockey, you played at a semi-professional level. You've done a lot. I was wondering if you could give me an inspirational or empowering message to the hockey players, parents, and coaches who listen to this show. And we can add in pickleball players now too, but just something that you've learned along the way that you want to share with the audience.
So, and I'm going to relate it to something I say on court now all the time. So it has become relative to pickleball, like a lot of things I have.
By the way, not on court, not in court. That's a different thing.
Yes.
All
Totally
right,
different animal.
Totally different.
I stay away from the
He's not an attorney. Yeah.
We're not adding that to the skill set yet, I guess. No, is that I always say to everybody I teach, and you'll hear me saying it if you ever watch me play a match, is next ball mentality, meaning you might have made a great shot. You might have made a mistake. You might have made the worst shot of your life. there's always another ball. There's always the next opportunity. Same way, next shift in hockey, right? Next play in hockey. And I was a firm believer in that. I always had to self-motivate to give my team the best. Same thing when I was coaching. Be responsible for yourself to help the guy or girl sitting next to you. And same thing. So you'll hear me say it time and time again in lessons and on the court, next ball. So that's what I'll say to everybody. Just whatever that next step, next decision is, use your past to pick you up and learn from that, move forward.
Well, you can't not love that. That is very sound advice that I know we all can use. And remember, the code is not next ball. The code is Let's Rally. So once again, Let's Rally over at hockeywraparound.com. Get in. There's going to be 5 winners this week of a pretty nice prize package. Again, if you win, you're going to get a pickleball paddle from 20x44 Pickleball. You're going to get one of their balls, and you're also going to get a hockey wraparound blade protector. All of it coming to you in the mail. So Brandon Contratto, thanks so much for joining us today on the Wraparound Roundtable. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me on, Lee. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And remember, we do giveaways every single week all through the holiday time period. So if you're hearing this, it's live. We don't keep these up after the live. But make sure you keep going back to hockeywraparound.com or listen to the Our Kids Play Hockey Network if you want to keep hearing some of these giveaways. Thanks so much, everybody, for listening or watching. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, myself. That's a little cocky. We'll see you on the next episode of the Wraparound Roundtable. Goodbye, everybody.